I really do miss what Disney used to be. It used to be a company that was on the forefront of creativity and technical accomplishment that set the gold standard for animation around the world. It even inspired the creation of Japanese anime, which we still appreciate to this day for its technical genius. And the quality of Disney movies themselves, outright peaking in the 1990s as it ushered in an animation renaissance that lasted until about 2009. But for some unexplained reason, shortly after the apparent market flops of the early 2000s, Disney outright gutted its theatrical 2D animation, giving way for this cheap, easy-to-make 3D animation, completely veering away from its roots and began to become more and more soulless and corporate. Originality and appreciation for everyone's talents give way to an increasingly corporate culture that treats its employees like property, while fully willing to abandon Walt Disney's original vision by merely buying out other successful brands and sucking them dry like a succubus rather than improving their own. Also, like a succubus, the company has, for all intents and purposes, pledged its allegiance to Satan. I think it's a given that I don't need to explain how they ruined Star Wars for so many of the veteran fans, just in case you think I'm being too harsh. But selling its soul to the devil isn't really that too far off an accusation. In fact, in recent news, Disney has claimed that they will be releasing several new shows as of 2019. One of these shows on the list really got my brow twitching. Okay. Ready? Normally, the Illuminati tends to be more discreet than this in pushing the satanic messages and tend to do it subliminal. But this is clear as day. Out in the open, satanic propaganda. And they will be gearing it towards kids. Because let's face it, people, our culture has degraded to the point where they can hide their messages in plain sight and no one will be all the wiser or even care about it. Look, people, this isn't like the satanic panic in the 1980s, where we were looking for the devil in tubes of Colgate toothpaste. I can read the synopsis of the show right now, and it will spell it out for you clean as day what I'm talking about. The show is known as The Outhouse, a supposed horror comedy focusing on the adventures of a little demon by the name of King, a rebellious witch, and as it says right there in the book, a self-assured teenage girl by the name of Liz, who gets transported into the demonic realm. They don't even care they use euphemism, the netherworld, anymore. It just plainly states, in bold letters, it is the demonic realm. Oh, but you could say that she had no choice in the matter, that she was brought there unwillingly. Well, I'm sorry, Toots, but no one is brought into the demon realm by accident. She obviously had some role to play in ending up where she was at, whether it be practicing feng shui, Chinese voodoo magic, or cracking open the Necronomicon and reading Cthulhu books. She probably wasn't blameless in ending up where she was. And even if that was the case and it all was an accident, or perhaps she was brought there by the so-called rebellious witch leader herself. That can make sense. Sure looks familiar though. Oh no.
Hillary Clinton is a goddamn demon!
Furthermore, not only was she brought into this world as a teenager, which would be just the right age for a girl to start rebelling against her parents, but according to Disney, she's not rebellious for challenging societal norms as a girl or anything. No, she's just self-assured, because that's just what we need in a kid show, to teach girls to be more pushy and rude, because that kind of attitude is great for long-lasting relationships. Not only that, but she willingly agreed to be trained in magic by a rebellious witch by the name of Ida. Okay, what? Does Liz know better than to start talking to strangers the moment she gets lost in the demonic realm? And she seems tragically ignorant to the dangers of witchcraft and how they warp the mind and body. I mean, look at Ida! She's hideous! And that's exactly what witchcraft does to you. Oh my god! Her skin is graying and... ugh! Why is she so willing to learn witchcraft in the first place? It's obvious Luz wasn't raised in a proper household, since she seems so oblivious to its risk, and so eager to accept learning witchcraft for some unexplained reason. As always, completely ignorant towards the history and the multiple connections witchcraft has with Satanism if it's not directly involved with the Prince of Darkness himself. No, not that drug-addled trashy. Yeah, that guy. Well, it does say, despite her not having any latent magical abilities, she was more than eager to join Ia as her apprentice. Do you see where this is going, folks? This hapless teen finds herself in the demonic realm for no apparent reason. Conveniently ends up under the wing of a witch and her little demon warrior, whom she most likely keeps as a slave, and will most certainly groom that once innocent girl into a ruthless, Satan-worshipping practitioner of the dark arts. This is some real heavy stuff, folks. This team, basically one of the largest media conglomerates out there, and growing like cancer, are now openly pushing a blatantly satanic cartoon into young children, and will most certainly get them interested in the dark arts and the occult as they get older. In a sense, Disney, like that ugly Ida, is going to groom a whole generation of kids into following the left-hand path and away from the righteous one. And their true agenda has never been more apparent now than it has ever been. If this show is allowed to air, it will show that they no longer will be content pushing this stuff subliminally on our minds. But now, with our Western institutions weaker than ever before, and us divided amongst ourselves, they see no better opportunity to begin their final mental offensive on the minds of our youth out in the open. With most of the youth already indoctrinated into the Disney cult, this will be full-blown moral judgment day, as Satan now has an army of child soldiers to rely on as cannon fodder. And those evil Satan-worshipping, cocaine-sniffing corporate execs know exactly what they're doing.
We know we're under attack! We know it! We're breaking the conditioning!